Hey guys, it's Ivan here with another Wi-Fi battle. How y'all doing? This battle is against Nintenstar. You guys know him. He's been featured on the channel a few times. He did a shout out on the video. Anyway, this video was a tough battle. I lead off with my Hydreigon. He leads off with this shiny 6IV Staraptor. Knows close combat. Douche kills my Hydreigon on one hit. I wasn't too happy about that. I was like, whoa. Okay then. Because Hydreigon was the ace of my team. And I just wanted to start off with something strong. So then I switched into my Zekrom. Because we were both allowed one legendary. So I switch into my Zekrom. And I go for the Fusion Bolt on his Staraptor. But he predicts that. So he switches into his Venusaur. You know, I'm using my black version team. Like, this is the team I used for my main story. So everyone that you see on here is everyone that I caught playing through that. And here I misclicked because I meant to use Zen Headbutt, but I used Dragon Claw by accident. So then he goes for the Earthquake, and I forgot the Earthquake was super effective on Zekrom. So I was like, oh yay! So then I do actually go for the Zen Headbutt here, and it misses. Like, well, that's not too good. So he goes for the Earthquake, Zekrom's gone. Zekrom kind of faints. And he got 2 critical hits. Might add that he got 2 critical hits. So then I sent out my Crocodile. I'm like, alright, Crocodile, we're gonna do some good. Crocodile gets the Intimidate on the Venusaur, which was nice because if it attacks me, then any physical attacks would have done a little less. So I use the Earthquake, and Earthquake takes out Venusaur. That's a lot of Earthquakes in a row. So then he goes for the Blastoise, and I'm like, oh, Blastoise, run. Because Blastoise takes out Crocodile. And then I sent in my Superior, and my Superior was like a boss in this battle. He goes to the Aura Sphere, and it does about 30 damage. And he withdraws his Blastoise, because he's like, I want to run. And he goes into the Charizard, and I didn't predict that. So I use Leaf Blade on Charizard. It does nothing. So I switch my Superior out. And I was like, oh, God, I'm losing. So I switch back into the Crocodile. And he completely he doesn't even predict the switch into Crocodile. So he goes for the Fly. And while he's up there flying, I'm like, well, I can't really do anything to hit him. So I used an Outrage while he was up there and I missed. And then he's Outrage again. And Outrage cleans him pretty hard. He goes for Power Up Punch, which I don't know why he did that. He could have gone for anything else and taken out Crocodile, but he went for Power Up Punch. And Crocodile just gets him again with Outrage. And I was like, okay, so that's Charizard down. And the entire time I'm thinking, you know, he could have Mega'd his Venusaur, his Charizard, or his Blastoise, and he didn't. So I was curious to see which one he had as a Mega. And then he sent in his Latios, and his Latios was just... I hate his Latios. If anything, I wish I had been able to predict that Latios. But I didn't. I didn't even see the Latios coming. So he uses Ice Beam, kills Crocodile. I send him Braviary. He uses Ice Beam. And I'm just like, bro, like, what up with all the being a jerk and stuff? And I use Brave Bird. I didn't think Recoil. So Brave Bird takes him to about 5/8. Then he just kills me. Psychic. I'm crying at this point, guys. I'm like, why am I losing? Like, I don't lose. And then part of me went, it is my Pokemon Black team. So I haven't used this team in about 2 years. I go for the Leaf Storm with Latios. And this Superior in specific does not have Contrary, but I'm trying to get it Contrary because I want it on my official team. If I could get it Contrary, that would be amazing, and Leaf Storm wouldn't lower my special attack, but raise it. Giga Drain would do a lot more. So then I go for the Leaf Blade on his Latios, and I take out his Latios. His Latios to me was his biggest threat. Or the biggest threat to me, at least. Because I was a bit scared of that thing. And then he sends out his Gengar. I'm like, okay, I'll switch out to something that can counteract Gengar. So I sent out my Scolipede. And then he Mega Evolves to Mega Gengar. I was like, geez, you know, you're being a jerk here. not only did he have 2 shinies, but one of his shinies is Mega. He goes for Shadow Ball, takes me down to 7 health, and I'm sitting here freaking out. And then he goes for Shadow Ball again, and Scolipede doesn't even get off an attack. So Scolipede's dead. Not to mention the fact that was a critical hit, so I'm crying on top of that. And then Superior, who is a complete tank. I use Giga Drain. It doesn't do that much, but it gets me the health I needed. Because he would have killed me. He would have killed me. Hypnosis doesn't work on Superior, because Superior is just lost. Go for the Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm does some decent damage because it was a switch in, so my special attack hadn't been lowered yet. He goes for Hypnosis again, and it still doesn't hit. And then I go for Leaf Blade, because Superior's attack is through the roof. This Superior is EV trained in attack and speed. He goes for Thunderbolt, and he could have gone for any other attack but Thunderbolt. Because if I didn't use Giga Drain, Superior would have died. Then I go for another Leaf Blade, and Leaf Blade kills... It kills Vanguard. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. And then he sends out Star Raptor. And at this point, his 6 IV Star Raptor is making me cry. And I go for Leaf Blade, hoping that I could get some miracle. And he's Aerial Ace. Guys, I lost. I lost my first battle. So my record is now 1-1 for Wi-Fi battles. But yeah, that was Nintenstar. I don't like it. Thanks. If you aren't already, subscribe and like this video.